This is the first I've heard of this. This literally happened as I was streaming. So let's do what real content creators do and react to breaking news, as it were.
Out that for the past couple of months, I have been misled by Vishojo. With the information that I currently have, I believe that I am owed a significant amount of funds, which I have not been paid. And most importantly, the thing that hurts me the most is that the Immune Deficiency Foundation, which is the most important charity to me, and also the reason why I'm here today, is owed over $500,000 from
Really?
Vishojo. I know that this is a lot, and it's very important for me to be honest with all of you. I really want to tell you everything, but unfortunately, right now, I have been instructed by my attorney to wait for more of the legal procedure to unfold.
So this is some real shit then. This is like some serious fucking
So one day, I will be able to tell you the full story. But for now, I just need to let you know that I will no longer be a part of Vishojo. If you give me a moment of your time, I just want to tell you a little bit about myself. I know
this this like this makes my departure from Demipack like look uh sunshine and rainbows, which I mean to be fair, it kind of was like it's you know, but like it's it's wild. It's wild that like immediately within the first minute money is involved. Like holy crap.
for a lot of people right now that this might be the first time you're ever watching me. I became a VTuber because I really wanted to make friends. I was very lonely due to the fact that I have a primary immune deficiency disease called CVID. I basically have a low to near non functioning immune system, which means I get sick a lot, and it caused me to remain isolated for long periods of my life. So then I found streaming, and I thought about giving it a try because I wanted to see if I could make some friends online because I honestly couldn't ever leave my room. I never really expected to grow an audience or anything. It was one of the last things on my mind. I just thought that I would stream to, 5 to 10 people and just hang out from time to time, make some friends, play games, and just continue on with my life. But unfortunately, I was too scared to stream with my face. So a friend of mine recommended that I try.
Like I get it. Like from I don't know how true the leaks that I saw of how she looks are, but from what I saw, she's a pretty lady. Like I don't know if they're real or not. I don't really get into that kind of stuff. That's not my field. But like the internet is brutal. The internet is absolutely brutal. I tried to be a face streamer for like a few months before Rida even existed. Um, and I mean, luckily I never got anything awful sent my way because like I wasn't really big enough. Like I literally got 0 views, so I didn't have to worry really about that. The biggest problem I had was that someone referred to me as what did he say? Like he said something like a more like a less soy boy version of Vosh or something. I forget what exactly was said, but like, but it was like it was almost a backhanded compliment or a forward-handed insult, if that makes sense. So I was like, you know what? I'll take it. If if that's the worst I have to deal with, I'm totally taking it.
An app called FaceRig, that would allow me to use an anime avatar to stream. And that's how I started VTubing. It took me a while to take it seriously and even begin to think about maybe.
Her older models, not great, but I mean that's to be expected, right? Like those are your first models. This model is incredible. Like look how pretty she is. You know, no gooning, no gooning today. I can't goon or else the stream ends. But like, look at this model. It's fantastic.
Being able to grow a community and even make this a career. I think I really started to take it seriously around the time when I was approached to join Vishojo. And it was through Vishojo that I was able to grow into the Iron Mouse that I am today. When I was approached in 2020 and asked to join Vishojo, it seemed like a good idea, but I honestly did not know if I could ever be a corporal VTuber because I felt like I just couldn't. In my mind, I saw myself as unhireable, which is why streaming worked for me. I had no boss, no strict rules, I had no hours, no expectations. It was all up to me, and due to the fact that I have lived my life chronically ill and being unable to do much of anything, I just felt like there was no way that anyone would ever take me or want me. For a while,
Aww.
I was struggling to make a decision.
I know like there are probably a lot of people that would assume that this kind of thing is like how could you think that like but like from the perspective of somebody that's actually in her shoes, like I get it. Like, you know, if you're actually suffering from an illness that prevents you from doing even the most basic of things for yourself, like yeah, like that's rough, and it's not just rough on you physically, but it's rough on you mentally too. Like I know it's really easy to look at her and be like, "Oh, she's literally the biggest uh English VTuber on Twitch, I think is the actual thing." So it's like how could she possibly be like sad or depressed? But it's like yeah, she was huge even before she joined VShojo, but that's not going to stop those thoughts. You know what I mean? Those thoughts from creeping up on you and being like, "You're worthless. You can't be consistent. You've got this illness that's going to prevent you from living a normal life. Why would anybody, you know, want you on their team? Like, regardless of the numbers. You know what I mean? Like that's the kind of things that you can think about yourself." And like I totally get that. Like I don't know a whole lot about Iron Mouse, right? Like I'm not I wouldn't what you would I am not what you would consider a fan of Iron Mouse or V Shoujo, but I still know of Iron Mouse and about the shit that she has to go through, and I respect the shit out of her for it. Uh, I also feel like she's the only member of V Shoujo. Um, when I was like cutting my teeth in the VTuber world as a fan and as a actual VTuber, I feel like she was like the only member of Shoujo that didn't uh, do some shit, if that makes sense. Like in the least inflammatory way I could say that is possible. You know what I mean? Like I've always had a huge amount of respect for this Latina lady right here. So it kind of hurts me when like you can kind of hear it in her voice that she's choked up about it, you know?
Because I was afraid about my anonymity and afraid about trusting people because I felt like every time I put my trust in people, it always ends in grief for me. So I was worried
Yeah.
about expectations and a million and one other things. But I ultimately decided to join Vishojo. It really pains me that I am unable to fully explain why I am leaving. But for right now, here's what I am allowed to share with you. I would always be told how important I was for the company,
Hmm.
and I was always told that I was needed in order for the company to succeed.
As you should have
Although that
been.
was very positive to hear, it put a lot of pressure and a lot of stress on me to the point
It's
where
also
I felt
fair.
guilt tripped into signing. I felt responsible for everybody. I felt responsible for staff and talent alike.
Okay, that's fair. It's kind of rough because like I guess it really like yeah, that's a really hard thing to defend because on one hand, like I get it, it's pretty fucking true. Like V Shoujo is pretty much the Iron Mouse company, right? Like in a lot of people's eyes. Am I wrong to think that? So like I get it, but I can also definitely see how that can be like a lot. Yeah, she's always been the rock in which V Shoujo built its ground upon. Yeah. But like she's kind of right. Like being told that could be, will weigh on you. Being QB1 does put a lot of pressure on somebody. The the guilt tripping aspect, I think, is much more a tone of maybe how she was told during negotiations and stuff, which like would be 100% like not good. Like like oh you can't leave, you have to resign. Like you're the only like we can't survive without you. Like that's 100% 100% guilt tripping.
And I felt like if I didn't do this and if I didn't stay, I was hurting everybody and I was destroying everybody's life. But this didn't feel right with me, and I began to feel extremely uncomfortable. As my viewers know, privacy has always been one of my biggest concerns. I've had a lot of scary experiences in my life, so one amazing thing for me was the fact that Vishojo handled all my payments, and it meant that I never had to give out any of my personal information, so that was always a blessing to me. As time went on, I decided that I wanted to try to start pulling out my remaining funds because I wanted to start taking over my own finances. This is what led me to this point. Throughout the years, Connor and I have raised around $4 million for the Immune
Wow.
Deficiency Foundation. The
Jeez.
majority of the money raised is through Tiltify at events like the Cyclothon, the charity auction,
Tiltify. I believe, yeah, Tiltify is what I use for VTuber SummerSlam, right?
and other miscellaneous events that we've had. However, because of the success of my first subathon, I decided to donate half the earnings of my following two subathons to the Immune Deficiency Foundation. The first time I tried this, it worked great. Over 200,000 people supported me, and because of that, we raised over $329,350 to the Immune Deficiency Foundation. Because the money came from my Twitch revenue instead of a Tiltify link, it required Vishojo to make the donation on my
Ah,
behalf.
yeah, yeah,
They
yeah.
promptly sent the payment, and the subathon was a huge success. So I decided to do it again the next year. My last subathon was one of the biggest events I've ever done. The support was overwhelming, and I ended up getting over 300,000 subscribers and breaking the all time sub record. But this also
That's a
meant that we
lot.
had raised $515,000 for the Immune Deficiency Foundation. I once again asked Vishojo to make the donation on my behalf, but unfortunately, still a year later, Vishojo has not paid the charity. The Immune Deficiency Foundation means the world to me. Connor and I have both spent a ton of energy, time, and resources raising money for charity. And we're both so proud to be able to say that we've raised nearly $4 million for charity. We almost always raise money for the Immune Deficiency Foundation. They help people with primary immune deficiency diseases, or PI, which are inherited disorders where a part of the body's immune system is missing or doesn't function properly, which makes people like me more prone to infection. And this includes over 450 different conditions. The Immune Deficiency Foundation is a charity that is near and dear to my heart and has a particular significance in my life. When my health first started getting really bad, the Immune Deficiency Foundation helped me immensely when I really had nowhere else to turn. I was terrified, I was lonely, and I was confused. I honestly didn't really know what was going on, and I never ever want anyone else to go through that. This entire situation has broken me. I just wanted to do something good and to give back to a community that helped me. But unfortunately, that's not the case. As much as I would like to continue to talk about this, unfortunately, I can't. So, to recap, I believe that I am owed a significant amount of funds, which I have not been paid. And most importantly, the Immune Deficiency Foundation is owed over $500,000 from Bishojo. I really wish that I could tell you more, but right now, I have been advised to wait for legal proceedings. As of right now, I am an independent VTuber. I am at a loss of what to do right now. I'm kind of processing everything. I'm very sad and very confused. Once again, I want to apologize to the Immune Deficiency Foundation and to my community who has shown so much support to me. I also wanted to say that all the ad money made from this video will go towards the Immune Deficiency Foundation. I honestly don't know what I'm going to do. Like I said, I really haven't had much time to process this. But below the video in the description box is a link to a donation fund for the Immune Deficiency Foundation. Thankfully, any donations made through Tiltify go directly to the charity. That link is also there if you've heard about this and would like to support the Immune Deficiency Foundation. Sometime this month, I plan on doing a special live stream in order to raise money for the Immune Deficiency Foundation. I hope to have a ton of friends joining me, and hopefully there'll be a lot of singing and a lot of fun and just a day full of happiness. I just honestly really want to show that after all of this, that VTubing is a force for good. So thank you guys so much for all the support, and thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. And once again, I want to say that I am truly sorry. Okay. Bye-bye.
Okay. So, on the off chance you're seeing my video before you see hers, go and watch her video, because she's donating all of that video's revenue to charity. So, I don't know how many will actually see this video, because I'm a nobody. But if by some random miracle you see mine and not hers, go check hers out. Because I mean, that's the least that I can do, right? Obviously, when this goes up on YouTube, I will have a link to the video in the description. I might make a special exception and fast track this video, but saw it here first. Go support the girl, Acumen. Yeah, I didn't expect to end the stream on a downer though, but it is what it is, man. Go check out Ironmouse. You gotta love the lady.